Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sim Racing Bible. Welcome to a new week. This is Monday. This is unusual territory for us here at Sim Racing Bible. We're usually live on a Saturday, but not so. We're live on Monday this week, and we're back in Automobilista 2. This week, we are paying homage to a particular track which is sometimes driven in sim racing, but not to its full extent. We're at the Virginia International Raceway, or VIR as it's known, and you will probably know this circuit for the full circuit of VIR. It's on our racing, it's in Automobilista 2, and a set of courses as well, in some cases. So you'll know it from that particular layout, but there's much more to VIR than there is just that one circuit. So we're going to drive every single layout this evening in a variety of different cars and just see what it's like and see if we can have some good sim racing action on a few circuits which might not be so popular. So let's go check it out. We'll jump into the sim now and we'll get ourselves started off. So here we go. Right, let's get myself in here as well. There we go. Alright, so Frank's here. Hi Frank, evening. And Marty's here as well. Welcome guys. Hope you're doing well. Okay, so starting off then, we're in VR obviously. We've got the DPI selector, which is one of the cars with the new updates on it, so we're going to be giving that a drive and see how we get on. So we're going to start off at the full circuit, which everybody's potentially aware of, and we'll start there and then we'll work our way in. So we're going to do a quick 5-lap race up against some other similar vehicles which would be racing around VIR with IMSA. So we've got the DPI, we have the GTEs, and we have some GT3s as well. So let's jump into it and get the show on the road. Sim Racing's Arms is here. Hey, how you doing? Funky's here. Hi, Funky. And Octane Nate. Hi, how are we doing? Thanks for joining us this evening. It's good to see you guys here. Hope you enjoy watching along. We're just doing a little bit of discovery this evening and something a little bit different rather than just the usual things of just jumping into online races or whatever. We like to do some slightly different stuff every now and again here at Sim Racing Bible. So we're going to be taking a look at all the circuits for Virginia International Raceway and seeing what they're like. So yeah, looking forward to this one. So we've got ourselves a quick 15-minute practice session, or 10 minutes as it appears to be because it didn't save. So we have 10 minutes to learn the circuit in the DPI with traffic. So let's fire up the tractor. It does sound better when it's fired up, it just takes a little while to get going. So, Virginia International Raceway, what about this circuit then? So, it's actually been around originally from the 50s. I think it was 1957 when this circuit opened officially. And it was created by a couple of men with a bulldozer. And they formed themselves a circuit, which is this one here. It did, however, close in the 70s. And then reopened in the year 2000 and has stayed open ever since. So obviously there's been a few developments along the way. When it did reopen, the Virginia International Circuit is one which features memberships over in the States. So you can buy membership to the circuit, which gives you track time on their members only days, and obviously tickets to every single race event that happens at the circuit, and various other benefits as well. But a bit of a flash then from the rear view. I'm just kind of taking it easy for the moment, just showing you around, as well as the rear end of another DPI. But this circuit is a bit of a driver's track, to be honest. It's got a lot of corners, lots going on, elevation changes. It's not overly wide either, so it can be quite easy to find yourself running out of road very quickly. So coming up towards the end of the lap, we'll do a full talk around the lap as we cross the line. Again, just taking it really easy right now, hardly even pushing at the moment. So here we go then. Coming up to the start-finish line, which is on a bit of a corner as well. So here it is. The start-finish line is there. Then we come down to the first corner, which is the very long hairpin right. Not that you can see it because there's GTE cars and GT3 cars all over the place. And then up towards what's known as NASCAR bend, which is a bit of a double apex. So you kind of let it run out to the right hand side there before cutting back to the inside. Just round up this McLaren. Then into this tight section here, so doubles back on itself, and then another right, let it go out to the left, cut in for the next right, and then you go through this little snake section here, and then you come up to the really, really quick S's going up the hill here. So with the DPI, you keep this completely flat, and it's easily taken flat. Down a couple of gears for the kink at the top of the hill, drop downhill once more, and then back up for an uphill braking zone into Oak Tree Corner, which is named after an oak tree which was originally on the inside but has since been chopped down, so it's no longer really Oak Tree Corner, it's just corner, I guess. And then down this big long back straight down towards what's known as the roller coaster, which is quite similar to the corkscrew at Laguna Seca. So you start off going up to the top, and then all of a sudden the track just drops away from you on the apex, and then into the second part. And then this last corner here is quite tricky because you're braking and turning and dropping away as well. So very challenging circuit to drive, but very rewarding when you get it right as well. I get my words out. So down to the first corner we go again. So Oxtane Nate says this seems like a very cool track from the track map. It is. It's a very windy circuit, but quite raceable as well. I must say the DPI is feeling absolutely fantastic since its tyre revisions. Feeling very glued to the road. Lots of good road feel going on. Come on, guys. Let's get past this Corvette, shall we? One of you? Oh, I'll do it. It looks so big. I have to make a move at the oak tree, or should I say, the corner. There it is. Difficult corner again, that one, just to get the car hooked up on the apex. So SimRacing's Arm says the other variations confuse the hell out of me to begin with as I forget which version of the track I'm on. Yeah, so I'm sure we'll have some more of that this evening as we try and explore those. Yeah, Funky said it's got a rally stage vibe to it. Yeah, it does a little bit. Just needs some dirt adding to it, which I'm sure we'll do if we end up running off. Clip that curb on the inside and let it naturally head towards the curb on the right. Marty, I haven't tried the Cadillac DPI since the changes applied to it. It's definitely worth a revisit, Marty. It's really good. She feels connected to the road and drivable. Still a little tail happy occasion, but only in the low speed stuff. A bit of a DPI train ahead of us here. One particular DPI holding everyone up. Not getting a particularly great view of the circuit because you're too busy seeing the back of cars. Whoops. So I'm just going to run a little bit too quickly through that left-hander. The race director has to get involved. I love it through there because you just feel the compression on the tyres as you go through there. So you feel it load up because obviously you're dropping off crests as you go as well. So you really do feel, in the DPI especially, you feel the weight just kind of transfers to the tyres on the outside of the corner. And it's really, really good. So having got past all those GT cars, I haven't seen any for a little while. Ooh, they're going side by side ahead of us, and we'll try and sneak up the inside here. Thank you. It really is hang on through there, that's the aim of the game. Right, let's make a move down here. It's the hairpin. He's going to block the inside, even though we're only in practice. Again, very easy to outbrake yourself into turn one. Luckily we got it stopped. And then clear and on to the next one. But the actual circuit itself looks very nice in terms of its kind of circuit furnishings, I suppose. Ooh, it's a bit too quick into there. There's plenty to draw your eye away from the track. It's not exactly the ideal situation when you've got to focus on all these corners. Once again, through the S's. Direction change in the DPI. Very, very impressive. More speed being taken through there. Ooh, but not into there. Alright, so Simracer's Arm says, my view is that the rocker is superb on the North version. Okay, well that might be an option for us to drive when we explore that later. Thanks for that. I'll give that a go. On the brakes. Once again. See, it's so easy to run on there. There's quite a few blind corners around here as well, which makes it even more of a challenge. Guys pitting. Right, there we go. We've got a nice full view of the circuit now. Let's try and keep it in bounds. There it is, everybody. The first, or probably many this evening's commentators' curses. Okay, well let's skip to the race then, because we're not doing qualifying. We're just letting the computer decide where we line up. We've got a full grid of cars. Let's go to the pit box. Skip to the end. Continue. Let's go give this a bit of a race. Where's it starting us? Of course, it's starting us at the back of the DPI grid. Thanks for that. It'll be fine. Give us something to do. It's only a quick 5-lap race, but let's see how it is to drive this circuit in the DPI. Let's see if we can race it. Turn 1, keep the inside nicely, just avoid any kind of carnage that may ensue. Bring the power in gently, and then we've cleared one already. Ooh. Woo-wee, hello. I was trying to get back at us on the inside, but wasn't the room there. So even though that's a very quick corner, you can't take that much speed through it, otherwise you'll run out of road. And away we go. Let's follow this train up through the left, right, left sequences. Just have to guess and follow where everyone else turns in. Quite ready to throw one up the inside into there just yet. I'll say that on lap 2. Okay, there's one on the grass, all in the zone as well. It's not a quick line. Got to run here though, to the roller coaster. Around the outside. Bit cheeky that. Quite rightly slammed the door on me. So we are up to P6 in a couple of spots. Okay, we're on the brakes much earlier than the AI cars. On the outside here, that's the wrong place to be for this particular corner. Let's drop back in line. Very much follow my leader around here. Right. Now we know they're a little bit cautious on the brakes going into the kink at the top here, but is it a move? No. Right. I said lap 2 was time to throw it the inside. But not when they're too wide ahead of you. Again, got to run out of the hairpin there. Got it clear before the braking zone, which is handy. Well, that was a very clenching moment. Not entirely intentional, but we'll take it. Up to P4. It's the podium ahead. Let's see if we can go chase them down. We've got a few more laps to do that. Always very difficult to know the line to that first corner. Definitely got the better of the AI through that section on the exit there anyway. Right. Are these guys going to go side by side, or are we going to get the opportunity to do our up the inside move at corner? Oh, a bit of light steering going on at the top of the hill there as we took off. Here we go, up the inside. Don't mind if I do. Still there, just about, but we'll clear him before we get to the end of the straight here. That's P3 now. These two are going to be a bit of a roadblock by the looks of things. Drop down the hill once again. Rumble of V8s everywhere. Now with the pace we're going, I wouldn't be surprised if we do catch up with the GT3s. I know it's quite a long lap and we've not got many laps, but we might have some lappery going on. Should we dare make it 3 wide? No. Ooh. Rear end got away from us a little bit there. Hey Samuel. Is the DPI a free update in AMS2? It is part of the Racing DLC Part 1, the American pack, which comes with the GTE cars and Long Beach and Laguna Seca as well. So it's a good pack, worth adding. I know that wasn't a break through the top of the S's there, but I just thought I'd just do that just to give myself a bit of space to see where I'm going. Right, here we go. Got one more run here. I'll try not to rear end the leader going into here. Nearly happened. Oh. Side by side the whole way through there, pretty much. Right, one more place to get. And see if we can do it on this lap. This is the final lap coming up now. Bit of a send up the inside into turn 1. Oh, that got done much earlier than I thought it would. We just have the glory of taking the final lap in the lead. All we have to do is stay there. It's a pretty full-on lap. You don't really have too much chance to relax. Only that back straight. But in something like this, that doesn't last very long either. Take it down 1 gear, back on the power, wheels take off. What a track. So good. And breathe. So yes, Samuel, your go-to one at the moment is ATC and also a little bit of AMS2. It's good to hear. bit tight on the exit there, and we're all good. Right, so that's a nice win on the books for first one this evening, but that's the full version of VIR, the one that most people know when they think of this particular circuit. So, great circuit, lots of twists and turns, and a really hair-raising ride around there, especially in something as quick as the DPI. So, let's have a look at the other versions then. Yeah, Funky says the GTs are superb. That's part of the Racing USA Part 1 pack. Yeah, worth picking up. Evening Aid, how you doing? I think this track is the USA version of Alton Park. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that, definitely. Less slow chicanes with tyres, but yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Mike says Steam summer sale is usually June, or am I mistaken? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure when they do their sales. It probably won't be too far away. They usually have something going on anyway. It's always something. Right, so we're just going to go to a test day for this next one, just so we can have a proper look around. So that's the full one, and then that was full. This is the grand version, so we're going to jump into this one now. We'll change this up. We'll go with something else American. It was the North one on the Morocco you were suggesting, so we'll do that. But that's going grand. Let's jump in the Chevrolet Corvette, shall we? We'll give this a try around here and see if we get lost, because there's even more corners to worry about in this one. Hey GSA, I'm Dad. Love the DPI, just feels so planted and can feel the weight moving around really well. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I mentioned in there, just through the chicane, the fast flowing S's, you do feel the weight moving around, just kind of shifting onto its tyres, and yeah, it's really, really nice to drive now. Right, fire up the vet. It's time for our injections. Right, here we go. Oh, this thing's so good. Right, question now is obviously, we've taken a car which isn't particularly great around corners to a circuit with probably the most corners other than the Nordschleife on the MS2. That's okay. We'll work our way through it slowly to start off with, just to make sure we're through here safely. So, start of the lap. Very much the same as what we experienced with the DPI. So we can find our way around here now. Huge bang on the overrun. This looks so slow compared to the DPI. Don't adjust your sets, we're not in slow motion, I promise. So yeah, as you were very much through this section, no changes here. So, somebody says, anything missing in MS2, there's an easy way of racing online with friends, etc. Most lobbies are empty. Ah! Well, you may have just found yourself a few lobbies with the friends. We'll do some more community races. I'm sure the guys will love that, and you're more than welcome to join us for those as well. We should get some decent lobbies on the go. So again, what's saying, just keeping it nice and easy. So this is all the same, but once we get down the straight here, things start to change up a little bit. Cheers him down. Funky says that's bold, but yeah, it is a little bit bold, but we'll manage. We'll be okay. So somewhere along here, we're going to turn right. Now I can see we've got some marker boards here. So instead of going straight on, we cut right to the infield part of VIR with a very long hairpin there. We head back in the completely opposite direction. So there's a corner coming up here. That's right. That's the really the tight bits. Yes, I know I cut the course, but it's all right. Where are we going here? We've gone already. Oh. Okay. Some learning to be done here. this is where we start to head back onto the main circuit here, I believe. So we have a bit of a cut through there. Oh, okay, right, we're straight onto the top of the roller coaster. Okay, so infield section needs work on my half, so that's fine. We know where we're going for this bit, so we can give it a bit more of a press on my loud pedal. Brilliant. So yeah, GSM Dad says I can't drive a ship in a straight line, never mind when this wiggly track. Yeah, a bit of a challenge. Aid says, have you tried the new BTCC content on RF2? I have. I've released a video on it as well. We put one out last week on Wednesday, so you can have a look at that afterwards if you like. We'll share our thoughts on the new content. It's rather good. Right, rotate the car through this twisty section because the front end's not wanting to go in as accurately as the DPI was, so we need some right foot to help us out. Marty says, yeah, looking forward to Rise of getting multiplayer in a better state. Yeah, I've had a few bugs just recently, but I'm sure the guys will sort it out. Even through the S's in this thing, it's good just to kind of float it through there. Speaking of floating off the top of that hill there. Get the brakes on, and it's stopped. So Frank says, hey Taylor, he has, I did too, after Phil pushed it onto me. What's that? Oh. This is about the BTCC content. I didn't mean to push it on you. It's entirely your own choice. Ah, stop! Brakes. Quick spin turn and we're on our way again. No, we're not. It's going completely the wrong way. Spin turn number 2. Come on. Can't be that difficult. It's just a Corvette. Right. So this time, we'll go around the circuit in the right direction. And we know that there's a few blind crests to worry about in here. So we're on the brakes nice and hard for this bit, because this is where it drops off to the left. Through the slalom section. And then again at the end of this short little straight, we drop off to the right and then the left. Now we featured part of this circuit in our less popular combos stream that we did a while back. We'll get onto that layout again later on. So perhaps not the car for this layout, but you probably could have told me that before we even started. But nevertheless, a good arm workout. And I've never pressed my brake pedal as hard as I have and then driving around here with this car. At least the rear tyres are warm. Yeah, number 3, yeah, you're right. Looking at him go into a 4th spin turn. Right, brakes. Uh-oh. Some engine braking as well. Brake pedal, I have to pull back up from the firewall because I pressed it through it. Slow down. Use the torque of the big V8 to pull us out of these slow corners. Oh, it's so good. Leave it in 3rd, no point going up to 4th because you can Going to be coming off the throttle in a moment. Got it set up for the corner by throwing it sideways. Seemed to work. Right, this time, let's see if we can get through without having too many issues. Oh, you guys have been busy, so yeah, talking about motorsport games, or motor scam games as people are calling it. Dulro, welcome Dulro. This looks like I would get lost finding the way. Yes, well, we have had that moment. So now we know a little bit more where we're going. Hopefully this time we can complete a lap without finding the grass. Well, too much of it anyway. Really is a challenge trying to negotiate through this section. Especially when the rear tyres heating up. Okay, that wasn't a getting lost moment, that was just me losing talent moment, so that's fine. Okay, going right here off the crest, and then instantly left, and right again, and left again. Big slide through there. Oh goodness. So yes, so that is the Grand Circuit, which is a grand old time with trying to keep a big muscle car such as this Corvette on the track. And a good challenge. If you fancy a challenge of driving a car around a circuit without doing spinning, then yeah, that might be the one. so that's the Grand Circuit with the Corvette. It's a real challenge and a very long lap with a very slow lap time type car like that. But it's really good, and I like the Grand Circuit. We'll probably go back to that and try with a more manageable car in a moment. We'll move on to the next one. We're going to shorten the distance slightly here, so we're going to go to the North version, which is what was mentioned earlier on. So we're going to try this one with the Rocco, which is a very strong favourite for a lot of people. So we'll give that a go. Pick up the pace again. Okay, so what's going on here? So Simrace is on, so I've got to go. Pizza's ready. Okay, enjoy your pizza. Someone says, let's hope MS stays clear of it, talking about motorsport games. Oh, okay, there's some questionable business practices going on. Okay, I'm not coming into contact with that. I have to look into that. Virginia International Raceway, yeah, no kidding. You're up and down all over the place, aren't you? It's welcome, Stephen, by the way. Yes, I said, yeah, that's your rear tyres gone. Yeah, I think I burned through those a little bit too quickly there. Okay, so the Rocco, the North Circuit. It's the Rocco with its enormous gear display on the dash, its huge button, which I can only assume is a panic button. Right, the limits are on. So here we go. I've not driven this car in a while actually, but it is a really good one. Most of these little lower powered prototypes in MS2 are actually really fun. The P3 class is a really good one. Same with P4s as well, they're really good. So once again, the first part of this lap, all very familiar. That's what we've seen so far. God, curves feel very strong in this thing. And this is where things start to change with this particular circuit. So instead of going through the fast S's, we're hard on the brakes. Climbing up to the right. There we go, yeah. Okay, it spits us out into this infield section after all the really blind corners. This leaves you with the flowy ones. into the roller coaster. That's quite a nice little layout actually. We'll try and go through it a bit quicker this time. Yeah, there's no missing which gear you're in with this car. Seat ejection button, says Samuel. It's quick, get out! I've missed my braking point. Oof. Okay, we're not in the vet, we don't have to have braking points in the next county, so we're good. I'll brake a bit later for turn 1 next time out. Big pull on the curb there as we hit it with the force feedback. Really strong force feedback on the curves around here. Okay, let's pick up the pace through here. Little double brakes. And a little bit of a lift on a little double brakes and we're through. So easy once you get through that section, you just think, oh, I can keep it pinned now because we're back on the main part of the lap, but you've got to get on the brakes early again for the roller coaster. And straight away, back up to the line. Marty says I'm going to have to try this combo, looks like great fun. It's actually really good. Right, let's brake a bit later for turn 1 this time, and not in the Corvette. That's it. Alright. A lock up on the inside. Still plenty more speed we can take through there. Right, this one was a bit more of a slower corner than we found out last time, so get it slowed up. Get back on the power earlier. So yeah, double brakes there down to 4th. Little lift. Oh dear, where's the corner? There it is. Getting a bit more into the car now, actually feeling a bit more what it can do, and it's yeah, it's quite a capable machine, this thing. You can throw quite a lot at it and it will take it. Especially the brakes into turn 1. Just concentration all over the place because you're trying to spot the next corner. Even less places to rest on this version. That is absolutely ridiculous, but good fun. Definitely worth a go. It was a 1.4 second lap, quicker lap than the previous one, so we're down to a 23.5 from our initial 26.0. So, well, that's a fast and furious little lap, isn't it? The North Circuit. Oh dear. Samuel says a race here with a community with this combo would be a blast. Yeah, I think it would be. Yeah, it's blasting off into space. It's pretty mad. But if you want to race some Roccos, yeah, by all means, we'll do some Rocco racing. Happy to give that a go. So we haven't done any prototype stuff on the communities yet, so it'd be a contender. Right, so moving on. So that's the North Circuit. So makes sense. We go to the South Circuit next, which is this one, using a completely different section of the track. A little bit shorter this one, so I'll go with something perhaps a little lower powered. What should we go with here? I reckon we go G40s because they're always good for a laugh driving these things. So we'll give this one a go. Now this one looks like it's going to incorporate at least one of the blind drops off the top of the hill. So are we ready for that? This is our getting lost corner that we're going to be using for turn 1 here by the looks of things. So this uses a completely different pit lane complex compared to the rest of the layouts we've tried so far. This is one that's on the big long back straight. Okay, here we go. Love the little Janetta. Fun little car. So, first corner then is this one, which we've already seen on the brakes, and then have it loop round. Well, not loop fully around, otherwise you'll be in all sorts of trouble. Here we go. Down to the first of the really difficult corners here. Okay, so instead of going over the next blind crest, we're going to go right and head back onto the main circuit, the first gear corner. So we completely missed the S's other than this last section here, and then into the quick left. Okay, so again, quite a short little layout, but let's try and pick up the pace, and now we know where we're going, and also familiarise ourselves with the car. Very nice and early. That's a late apex, you could say. Okay, here we go. I'm going to stop a bit early this time. Second gear that one. Now this one was the first gear corner back up the hill. They're a much tighter version of the circuit. All of the other versions are quite free-flowing and reasonably quick because they utilise the fast sections of the circuit, but this one has a bit more of the slow side of things to it. Oh dear, that was the most awful line into there. Sorry, I love how Riser made the windscreen wipers move. Yeah, it's the little details. The bonnet's HUD on the Corvette bounces around as well. Just the little details which just all add to the immersion factor. It's a better turn 1. Second gear for this one. Turn in and hope the corner's still there. It's a very deceptive corner, that one. It's tight and then it opens up, so you have to get it slowed down to get around that first bit, but it makes it look like you've gone through there really slowly because the exit is so much wider. Let's take a bit more speed into here this time. It's better. By taking that extra speed into that section there, rather than just driving around and then taking it out to the left by yourself and then pulling it back in again, you're actually forced to go out to the left because you're carrying so much speed to that first part. So you just got to make sure you get it stopped, that's the key. Grabbing the grass on the exit. Very much like you have to rally cross it around here just to get the rotation you need. It's a bit of a clumsy corner, that one, but it's fine. When we get back to the quick fun bits, flat out over the top, a little bit of a slide on the exits. Very good. Marty says, got a good offer from the family farm. Oh, excellent. Good news. If I take it, I'll finally be able to get / build a rig. Yay! Oh, brilliant. Well, good news for you. I hope that comes through for you. That's excellent news. Well done, Marty. Steven says, IMSA weekends at VIR are good. Great racing and cars sliding for miles on acres of wet grass. Yeah, I can imagine if they go off, especially through the S's there's a long way for them to slide before they come to some form of halt, whether that's against something solid or on their own accord. I'm not too familiar with the climate. Is it quite damp in Virginia? Thank you, that's full motion, Rig Marty. That's such a fun corner in a slower class car such as the Ginetta. Just fun just to slide it through there. Oops. Not enough speed taken through there, and that just ruined everything going on to the start-finish line. So that's the South Circuit for Virginia International Raceway. So quite a different circuit to the others in regards to the kind of overall characteristics to it, but in the slower cars it could be quite fun. We might do a quick 5-lap race around there with something else, but we're just kind of going through the circuits now just to get a feel for them. So the last one that we're coming up to test out is one we have driven on the channel before. It's, as I mentioned, it was in our unpopular combos stream, which is literally just the central bit. So this is the tricky section. Now we did this driving a Group C Porsche because who wants to drive that around there? Yeah, that was a lot of fun, but I think we're going to do something a little bit more controllable today. We're going to take this Caterham out. We're in the Super Sports, and something a little bit more geared to this particular type of circuit. So I think Stephen's come back with a weather report. So Virginia can get humid, so VIR gets sudden downpours. Right, okay, gotcha. I can imagine with all the elevation as well, it could easily gather in certain areas and make it quite boggy, I can imagine. That'd be fun trying to get out of there. Funky's, oh, Marty says, probably not going full motion right away, rather pricey. Yeah, it is. I feel guilty if my fake car costs more than my real one. Yeah, there is that. There is that. Now, where do we go here? Again, different pit lane because it's not using any of the other two. It's Caterham time. So up over the crest there, rather going right like we did before. Now we cut back through and we... Ooh, that was tighter than I remember it. Right. Well, we know this bit because we were just on it, so that's fine. Now Caterham. So here we go, up to the next blind corner which goes off to the right, and back over to the left. That's not the line, you have to kind of let it go out to the right and then pull back in again. This one, remember, is a tight one going around to the right. The Group C car obviously had much more grip, so we're able to turn it much quicker, so I'm going to adjust slightly. Oh, I love the Caterhams. They're so fun. Right. As is making the corner, that's also fun. So this little Patriot circuit, not one that most people would gravitate towards, but again it's a good upper body workout and challenging little circuit. Right, this time we'll make this right-hander. There it is. It's actually rather quick. You just need to aim for the right spot. There was a turn there somewhere. Yeah, there was. You did find it next time round. Oof. Where Formula Rim doesn't help you out. It's when you have to recover a car from the lock stops. Right, let's try and aim for the top. Yeah, it's not that quick. It says it's quick. Oh no, let's try flat out. Maybe a little bit slower next time around. This is very much a little handling course for something like this Caterham. It's something you'd expect to see Caterham pro drivers kind of drifting around, giving passenger rides and things, because it's one of those tracks which really does balance a car nicely enough to upset it if it's not set up very well. I love that one, just trying to just float the car out of there. It's so fun. Right. Done exactly the same thing. Headline: Track confuses man. Welcome everybody to Track versus Man. Currently, Track is winning. You do get to remember it at some point or another. So Funky says the 620R seems a little more manageable now. think part of the reason I love that corner so much is because it just naturally just swings it that direction when you're coming off the previous corner. Right, bit of brakes this time. That's more like it. That's what I was looking for. I'm getting it now. Hope you guys at home aren't getting too nauseous. Oh goodness. So yeah, about 620R, so it's more manageable. I managed to get around the North Schleifer without dying. Well, that's a good improvement, if that was the problem before. The 620R old Kayami is nutty fun. That section is so fun actually when you get it right, because I'll try and do it again this time around. It's a series of corners which increasingly unsettle the car even more, to the point where you just have to end up holding a huge sideways drift. So let's try and do that again, seeing as we have some tyre left. So yeah, through here, to the left, and then instantly the weight throws back the other way. And you end up throwing it that way, so that's good fun. Right, let's get it slowed down enough to give this a proper go. So, left-hander, throw it back the other way, and then throw it back the other way again. No, not quite the same flow as last time through there, but goodness me, that's fun. I could Phil using the tarmac as well. Yeah, I know. Who would have thought it? I mean, that's yeah, why bother when you got so much grass? Oh dear, that's cool. Love that. I might try that with one of the more powerful occasions. I might try the 620R around there, seeing as Bunky's giving it the all clear. Right. Well, let's do a couple of races then. We've driven one race at the full circuit, so we'll. No, let's go back here, and we'll do a race at the grand layout to start off with. What should we take around here? I think something I haven't driven for a while, but not exactly an IMSA stablemate, but it's something I've not driven for a little while, so we'll drive that. Turn practice off, don't need that. We've practiced enough, we know exactly what we're doing. Obviously. Right, same class. And we'll go to the grand layouts. Let's see what the sprint races are like around here. Yeah, all good. Right, let's go. Yeah, the sprint races. I've not driven them for a long time. I know a lot of people really love these little cars, and they are good fun. For some reason, I've never really gone back to them ever since first trying them. I don't know why. I'm sure they're still just as fun. P6 central driving position. Yeah, should be good. We're on a random grid position again, so it's put us in P5, one of the 3 British drivers on the grid compared to all the Brazilians, which is understandable considering it's a Brazilian series. So, 5th on the grid then. Not much to lose. Let's go. Oops, don't want manual gearbox. We're on the sequential paddles. Had to jump on the brakes because I was rolling forward, didn't fancy a penalty. AI quick to jump in line for turn 1, so that leaves the door open for us to throw our cars up from the inside. Right, must remember which layout we're on the grand layout. So no taking it flat out down the back straight, because you've got to stop at some point. Some different sounds going on here than I remembered last time in the sprint race. Yeah, cool little things. Right, How do they handle the S's then? They're having brakes ahead of us. I must admit, I do miss the oak tree on the inside because it added a really nice touch of character to that corner. It's quite bare now. Ooh, hello. Oh, I'm getting a little bit feisty. Right. Just remember, apply the brakes halfway down the straight. It doesn't seem to get off that hairpin particularly well, the AI. Always seem to get a good run. There's the rear end of the leader. Have we gone around the outside? We have. Just gonna follow him through here just to see how it goes. Bump. Thank you very much for the cue there, just reminded me that I have to go right at the top of the hill. Just a little bit of a dab of brakes just to settle the car through there, and then over the top. It's quite feisty, this little thing, actually, but recoverable at the same time. Just about got room for one sprint race car on the inside. That's not the breaking point. Have to go have a picnic in the trees. Let's get back on. Okay, we suddenly find ourselves back in P9, so that's good. We have some work to do. Yeah, I can't quite keep it flat around there. Right, so Marty says, install the Porsche 992 GT3 Cup car mod for MS2, but haven't had time to test it yet. Now, I've not tried any of the mods for MS2 yet. Not quite sure why I haven't done them yet. I've just refrained from doing anything with MS2 modding wise, even skins for the time being. I know some of the skins look really, really good, so I might have to just get involved. Right, that's the confidence section over. Now we go into the less confident section. Ooh, the rear tyres are looking mighty toasty. Hello? Is there space? No. I wasn't quite sure whether he was leaving me room or he was just going to close the door on me at the last moment, which of course he did. No. More mowing. Get stuck in one of those soggy sections of grass that we spoke about. Right, we now have even more work to do in our remaining 3 laps. Luckily it's a long lap. We are sliding the car around an awful lot, which is probably not helping our rear tyres, but try and nurse them to the end if we can. think I have seen someone, or a few people online, saying that the sprint race car needs fixing, which I don't know whether that was to do with the rear tyres overheating. It might be. But handling wise it seems okay, it's just not very kind to its tyres. What's happening here? Let's try and get a read on braking point for turn 1. Okay, just before the dip. Let's get involved here. Another place, that's fine. Let's ease our way through these next couple of laps just to get ourselves back up to the field. Bit of a lift from the car in front. It's not really an overtaking point, but okay. So, Maddie says skins are easy, cars are kind of a pain. Yeah, I think some of the cars need these bootloaders, don't they, to get them to work properly. Again, pressing the brake pedal through the firewall just to get that thing stopped. We managed to cool our rear tyres slightly. Of course, now we're going through all the twisty stuff, so that's probably going to go back to being orange again, especially if we go sideways like that. Come on guys, let's go. I'm sure we can go through there a little bit quicker. There's a reason they broke that early. Omni, hey, welcome. How are you doing? Good to have you with us. So Stephen says, I think the Sprint is still on the older, softer tyre carcass and needs some TLC. Yeah, I don't think it's not had the new tyre updates on it yet. Yeah, could use a little work on the tyres perhaps. I don't remember the rears getting so warm though. I've driven a couple of races with it in the past, so I don't think it did the same thing, but come on. It's a long lap. It's a 5-lap race and we're still on the penultimate lap. So we're making some progress, back up to 17th. Lap times are improving every time as well, which is nice. Other than when we spin, of course. Not going to go for the dive bomb into the kink. It's not a clever move. This, however, is also not a clever move. There's no brakes. Oh, we were making progress, we're now down to 19. Oh, goodness. Oh, the leader's already going down the loop there. Stop! Another barrier. Okay, I think that thing's fried. Okay, well, the circuit can be raced in one form or another. Just not by me. um, okay, so that's the grand circuit. I won't put you through another full lap of pain watching me try and drive that thing around there. Okay, north then. Let's do a race in. This time we'll go with a P4 class cars. It'll take the metal mirror. And go. So Frankie says, I hope they don't take a step backwards with the classic car tower revision. They're working well right now, I think. Yeah, no, they are good. I don't know what their plans are for that, because I think didn't they do something with that not too long ago? It might be, might still be leaving that alone for the time being. Omni says, what's wrong with this car? I like it. It is, I do like it. It's a different type of car to drive. I was overheating the rear tyres a little bit too much. I think the sheer number of corners was too much in comparison with my right foot. So, yeah, I think with a bit more practice and things, the car will be fine. But I think it does overheat those rear tyres quite significantly. You might just need to make some pressure adjustments. That might help. Okay, we are in P13. Luckily, a bit of P4 prototype action around the North Circuit here at Virginia International Raceway. Great sounding little prototype cars. Get our nose in there. This sounds good, this car. Ooh, sorry. I'll back out of that one. So we drove this one on our own in the Rocco, which is a little bit quicker. But this one actually seems even quicker because it's lower to the ground, but it won't be as quick as the Rocco. Didn't want to assault that blue car for the second time in as many corners. I do love these P4 cars, though. They are fun. Right, on the brakes, nice and early. No more moments going off into the trees, I don't think. Always got to get on the brakes a little bit earlier than you'd think for that corner. You have the inside here. Yep. Bit of a block pass, but we're through. Nice close battles going on here, which is good. So yeah, it takes time to get the setup changes right with the new tyre carcasses. Yeah, absolutely. And, Funky reckons they can do it. Yeah, I'm sure they can. They're a good team. They work wonders with it already. It's a nice free pass. Power up nice and early. Take that corner. It's time to pick some holes in this group ahead of us, so it's working in our favour. Important thing to do in this situation is to look as far ahead as possible, because it's so easy to get caught up with looking at the immediate thing in front of you, which is the rear end of one of these cars. So look as far ahead as you possibly can so you don't get caught out, all while maintaining the car in front of you in your peripheral vision. But then looking as far forward as you can is always a good tip to have. Helps you drive smoother and quicker. I'll go around the outside here if we can. A short shift for some traction on the exit and we're through. Into the podium positions with 2 laps to go. There's no way through on that way. Just all about setting up to try and see if we can get a better run off the corner, but it's all very tight and twisty through here. Again, run too fast through that left-hander and then catching the curve on the inside. There we go, got the inside here. Just about got the inside there. And we're through. Now is not the time to go absolutely ballistic and try and set lap records, because you're so used to following other cars around here. You think, oh, I could brake much later than them, but then you end up being off the track. So drive within your means at this point. This corner we need to get ourselves more tidy through. It's better. I think out of all the variations, this North version is really one of my favourites. Actually, it has a really nice flow to it. That was fun. There we go. Came through for the win in the P4s. Yeah, the North version, North layout is really good. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. Very good. Right. So what have you guys been saying here? So Omni says, so many good cars, imagine to get mastered all of them. Imagine getting mastered all of them online. Yeah, that's it. Jumping from car to car is not always an easy task, but good fun. Frank says, Marty, when you're modelling bearings in a driveline, you're not cutting corners on the details there, right? Yeah, exactly. Lots of detail. Steven says, I like the new AI mistake logic. It's immersive to see the old error from the AI cars. Yeah, it does. It does help with the immersion level, absolutely. It's Very impressive, actually. Just those little things just to make them look like they're not perfect superhumans like you see in some titles where the AI just make no mistakes whatsoever and they're inch perfect every lap. Okay, so let's try the south circuit and what should we drive around here? Let's go with the mini challenge cars actually. Where should we go? 77 car. Nice looking livery. Right. 5 laps of the south circuit with the mini challenge. See how this goes. Yeah, I think definitely that north version is a very strong combo for anything really around there. It's really nice to drive. The grand circuit, I think, is just too much of a half and half. So the full circuit works really nicely. We know that. I think bringing that middle layer, which is a lot tighter and a lot twistier, I don't know, it doesn't balance very nicely for me. It's okay. I mean, it's not an amazing option, but it's yeah, it's just a very, very different thing. But the north one has enough of that inside section to be still just as accessible as the main part of the lap, if you see what I mean. So let's see what the south circuit's like to race on. We're stone cold last in our mini, so absolutely nothing to lose. Here we go. Almost had to dip the clutch to get the revs back up again there. Where are we going to go here? There's minis everywhere. Various brake lights on at different times down the straight. Let's get ourselves through turn 1 all safe and sound, and then we'll start to attack. Hitting the grass on the inside through that. Yeah, that slow hairpin onto the full circuit. It's really slow, isn't it? And the pace changes as we get out onto this section. Round those in there. Coming on the inside, that's good. Bit of defending going down to the first corner. Only made 1 spot so far. Honestly thought I was going to run off track there on the brakes, but somehow got it stopped. Trail of red brake lights coming over the hill. Just not quite first gear with this car around there. Leave it in second and see what happens next time. Double brakes, throw it in, ride the curb. Down to what's probably one of the only real overtaking opportunities on the circuit. Even that didn't happen. We got the run off the corner there, so that's all good. I think this first corner really is dive bomb central. Run out of there. Again, short shifting for a bit of traction. Give me a second for this to happen. Yeah, second's the one. Not quite geared for first gear through there. So obviously there's a web-based app for career mode in MS2. Yeah, I think you mentioned that actually a few months ago. You can just put in your details as to what you want. And I don't know, it was a random race generator or something like that. What was I saying about Dive Bomb Central? That was it. No opportunities to throw it up the inside into that. Right, let's get the exit over here. Cut back. Get blocked by another Mini and lose all our momentum. Perfect. That went well. Coming in hot. Well, if nothing else, we scared them off the track. Final lap then, up to P9. We made it into the top 10. With very little opportunities to overtake around here. Right, wasn't going to go for that dive bomb, that's for sure. It's going to end badly. Different from the random race generator. Okay. There was the cutback I was looking for, but I haven't quite got the run on him. No, he's on the inside for that fast left. Somehow we made it through there in one piece. Rumbles on the brake pedal, working overtime into there. Telling me I'm locking up. We sneak that on the line. Just about it. P8 in the end. Okay, so South Circuit, a little bit more compact. You can race around there, but opportunities are few and far between. But yeah. Another option for some slower cars potentially. Just the tight hairpins will just make it a bit clumsy in place, especially that one back onto the full circuit. But that's okay. It's a corner to get through, like Luffield. It's a corner to just drive through and get on to the next one. Okay, so final race that we're going to do is at the Patriot circuit. I said we're going to do this in slightly higher powered cations just for a laugh, so we'll take the 620R and hold on for dear life. And see what happens this time. Now that we know our way around here, it should be an interesting race, and see what happens when you just purely use the internal roads of Virginia International Raceway. Okay, so it's very kindly put us up towards the front. P5. Here we go then. Mad 620R Caterham, and we're away. We're already kicking the rear out. AI are far braver than I am. Oh, this thing's insane. excuse me. Right, thread it through here. Try and be neat, try and be neat. Almost added some more blue paintwork to the front of my red Caterham. In doubt, just keep your foot in. It's literally all arms and elbows. All else failed, just got the corner. They are too strong for me. To modulate my right foot a little bit more, or better. They can get the power down so easily out of there. AI don't fear death. No. Or public embarrassment. I wonder whether it's a little too close. Let's put it away a bit. Oh, goodness me. Oh, right. Well, that's a pretty strong workout. we went significantly backwards in that race, but we mostly kept it on the track. Let them all go and have their fun. Oh goodness, right, well that was a bit of an eventful one. But quite fun actually. I'd actually consider challenging you to give that a go and see how you get on. Probably much better than I did. Simracing says, your mic in mono mode, you sound terrible. Oh, thanks. I don't know. Just in the same settings it's usually been in. It might just be distortion from either being too close or the car or whatever. Yeah, so there we go. So that's the Virginia International Raceway and the various different configurations. I think definitely for me, pick of the bunch, other than the normal full circuit, is the North layout. That one's really good and worth giving a try. The others are there or thereabouts. And the Patriot one's just fun, just for just throwing things around and having a general laugh. That's quite a good one as well. The other two, the South and the Grand one, yeah, by the by. But yeah, the full one, North and Patriot, definitely my pick of the bunch. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you found something that you might fancy giving a go to and having a try. If you haven't driven those circuits already, hopefully you found something something new to go and try out. But yeah, that was a bit of fun. It's always nice trying out a full set of the different circuit layouts. We've done it before with Silverstone and others as well, and it's fun to go through the different stages or the different layouts that are available. So that was a lot of fun and some mad cars driven as well. But yeah, thank you guys for your company this evening. It's been great to have your inputs and your comments and things. Hope you all enjoyed that. We'll be back again with another video. We have a video planned to be recorded this week, one which I'm sure Funky will enjoy. It does involve Fuscers, I will tell you that. But we have other videos in the pipeline as well, so please stay tuned for those. But again, thank you so much for your support, guys. It's been great to be with you this evening. Take care of yourselves, have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next time. But until then, bye-bye for now.